All right, we're gonna call this the great "What am I doing" debacle because I'm struggling to keep certain things fed. First of all, this is not producing. It's supposed to be producing 60 a minute, and maybe it is making one every second. It is not enough. I tell you that right now. And then graphene is not, the whole line of graphene is just dead. This is ratioed out to give 60 a minute, but it's clearly not. It's just not cutting it. It is just not, because what I've done. I got green science cubes going, and I spent, like, I'm not kidding, 2 hours redesigning all of it so that I can have it's ratioed out with a calculator for 60 a minute, but it's clearly not pumping out 60 a minute, and that's because I'm low on graphene here. And then graphene is used to make purple tubes. I don't know what those are called right now. I'm stupid. So I'm having some bottleneck issues. When it was fired up and everything was full, I had all 12 of these research or building chambers going, and it was doing some good work. We got some cubes, but I want to fill it up. I want to get everything 60 a minute. So I kind of got to go back to the drawing board and revamp some of these earlier areas and fix things. I also want to go through and kind of delete some stuff, because I've got a new mall now that's allowing me to produce a lot of things. So I don't need this section. Yeah, I don't need, come on. I don't need like any of this. Shoot, I don't need these either. So there's this whole area here. This area right here can just go away. I'm pretty sure. And then what is this? Oh, this is to feed it. So this so there's even more. This whole section right here can just be deleted, because I have all this stuff being built in a mall, and so I really don't need it. I mean, that's a ton of space that I can use to feed up the belt or the bus. Anyway, so lessons learned are the bus system is kind of not, this is not at all efficient. I mean, I'm having a blast trying to figure it all out. But then I'm also getting to a point where, like, all right, how much of this is like actual work versus having fun figuring things out? I had a blast trying to figure out, how you want to put down your green science. That's a lot of fun, trying to figure out all the ratios and all the things. There's probably a million different ways you can lay this out and get it tighter. But I just wanted to get it down and working first, so that's what I've done. And then I've got small smelting stations here that's feeding into my new mall. As I said previously, I had grabbed this blueprint from somebody else on DysonSphereBlueprints.com. It's the Falk Mall. Let's see. I got my version of it because I fixed it. Late game, there it is. Falk Mall version 7, FALK Mall. And so you should be able to find that. I had to make some tweaks because it's broken a couple places, like belts didn't go, a couple of assemblers weren't being fed the product that they needed. So I fixed those. But yeah, this is giving me everything in the game that I need. So I really don't need other malls or sub factories right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend probably a few hours and just break this stuff down, just delete stuff, because I don't really need it. I need the space. Now again, you may be asking yourself, Aaron, why are you still building on the top side of the, one side of this? Well, I thought about that too. I mean, I've got this whole other hemisphere of the planet that's just, I haven't done anything on the bottom, on the south half of this planet. So I know I am limiting myself, and I got to thinking, I'm like, why am I doing this? Maybe next time I play this game and decide to use the bus, on one side, one hemisphere, I will do all of my science and research. That way I can pull off one side to do science and just keep it that way, and then the top side will be malls and factories. But I still have tons of space to do stuff. So I'm not really hurting for space. Even though this is looking really busy, I still have all that. I still have a whole half of a planet to build on. So I'm feeling pretty good about things. Things are going good. We're learning things. I really want to dismantle all. The reason I thought of it was like, well, maybe, hang on. I'd really love to have my research, instead of, look at this. This is purple going clear over here, and then green's got to go even further. And I thought, well, shoot, why don't I just shoot them at the poles? The poles have got to be a quicker distance right here than wrapping halfway around the planet. So that got me thinking about, well, maybe I'll reset up the south end for all of my science, and maybe get that going. But things are going really, really well. I don't have any bottlenecks yet with my ingot production. I went ahead and added all these indicators down here so I could see real quick. Nope, nothing's using this. That's fine. But I wanted to see just a quick reads on the flow rates of different products. So everything's full here. My smelting planet's doing great. It's doing outstanding. My orbital collector I got hydrogen and deuterium coming out my ears. And then what's the other thing? Oh, my other planet is making this, and it's almost full, 9,000. So things are going good. I don't have any problems yet, knock on wood, for bus head products. We've fixed this problem here with refined oil. I got things going. Things are looking good, and I have plenty of oil. I could probably get a nice big reserve. This is full, so if I click copy and then click, let's just max these out. It can never hurt to have a reserve of oil. Oh my gosh, you just can't have enough of that stuff. Because as far as I know, that's the only way to get refined oil, and then refined oil is used for a bunch of other stuff. I can get the helium and other things from other methods, but that refined oil, I think that's the only way I can get that. So anyway, a lot of work to do. I'm having a blast. I'm still chill. It's still the chill version of the game. We're just going. We got some upgrades to do, some things to fix, but I think even if I was in a rush, I'd still have to do these things. Again, these are all lessons learned. I'm learning as I'm going. I'm learning how to do things. This is a splitter going nowhere. Oh, I dismantled a bunch of stuff down here, so I already started that process. But these are lessons learned. Every time you do something, you learn more about it, and so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing and learning and getting ideas. The creative juices are flowing. It might be a really thick cold syrup, but it's still a juice. If that makes sense. And the splitters, I'm kind of having issues with these splitters. The guy that I had talked to on Discord had recommended using the splitters in this fashion, so that I didn't have to space things out, but I'm still having to space things out. Like if we come down here, There's some of these were just a mess. To get in, it was just a pain. So I'm still gonna have 2 spaces between a lot of my belts, and it doesn't hurt anything to do that. Sometimes you can get away with it, sometimes you can't. This is a real tight fit, but if I had reversed these, it would be a real pain to have this one over here and then route this one behind it, because it just doesn't work out well. So it's really nice that these splitters, I'm going to do another video on tips and tricks on how to use splitters a little bit differently, or all the different methods that you can use splitters, because there's 3 different versions. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There's 3 different splitter types that you can use. And so each splitter, just by hitting tab, you change how it functions. And also in that, there's some features. If you click on them, you can adjust their flow rates and stuff. So I don't know. I'll do a video later, but right now I think I'm doing good. I just gotta rebuild some stuff. I gotta rebuild, so I'm gonna do it.